Birds on film, Minions 2, Rise of Gru out.
Hello and welcome to Birds on Film. I am your host, Big Dustin Wilson, joined as ever by my co-host, my co-bird, Miss Erica Leigh. Erica, babidi baba.
Erica. Claire, Stephanie, Babadea.
It has arrived. It's here. Minions 2,
Rise of Gru! We have anticipated this film for days.
No, but honestly, I mean, we reviewed, this is the final part of our Illumination Despicable Me series that we have done. We talked about Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3. Then we talked about Minions Standalone. And now we're talking about the new one, the brand new Minions Rise of Gru. We saw it.
Journey. A journey of epic proportions. Now that we are in the age of Minions, now that the film has been released,
Yes.
in the couple weeks leading up to it, we saw marketing collaborations with damn near everyone.
Yes.
Right? I mean, the NBA, yes?
Yes.
The Office, Peacock.
The funny Kevin.
chili.
The chili with the bananas in it, my favorite.
IHOP.
Which we sampled.
We did. The
We
Minions
did.
menu.
Which it might just be the regular menu with some
Just nice
names changed.
Different sprinkles.
The banana pudding with like wafers and whipped cream. I'm pretty sure they already have that on the menu.
Well, I don't care! Cause they got me! Take my money, Minions! Take my money, Illumination! Just, it was shoved down our throats, but like willingly, right? Like we all want to gobble it down. They've just done so much. They've spent so much money on marketing, and now I know that it was never a coincidence that I started to get into Minions. Months and months and months ago,
I think it was all planned.
I started watching Despicable Me.
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch the Minion shorts. I'm gonna watch the Minion movie. And oh my God, like I'm obsessed now. Because it started back then.
Yes.
We were seeing Minions on a smaller scale everywhere. The plushies were in stores. Like there was a churning out even back then of Minions content and messaging and marketing, and I slurped it up.
Here's a challenge. Go into like a store and just walk. You will find a Minion.
Go anywhere in public wearing something remotely Minion-esque.
Yes.
You can do a lot less than this, and you will be spoken to about your Minion apparel.
What?
When
we went to the theater, because we
a-
saw this together.
We did.
Yes, we had a great time. It was so awesome. We when we got there, we paid for the ticket, and the woman, like everyone, woman that took our ticket at the counter, kids that were in the theater.
There were other people dressed in Minion garb. Like
Yes.
there was these two girls in one onesie. Like they were each standing in the.
Not
Lego
sure what
one.
Minion that is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But it was like this like onesie pajama, like all over Minion print on like yellow felt or whatever. Like it was like there were many people dressed in Minion stuff.
Yes.
In a theater that on the night before opening night was not empty.
No.
Thursday night, and there were a lot of people there.
Pretty substantial amount.
And at the end of the film, there was applause that we did not start. This theater clapped for the Minions
Just
movie.
immediately, credits rolled, applause started. And me and Bird,
Screaming banana.
yeah.
Just screaming, joining in. It was so much fun. And yes, some people hate Minions, but that's, I would say, a very vocal minority. The overwhelming majority of people love
If you
Minions.
look at the sales numbers,
And
it's
just
pretty
the way
damning.
people interacted with us. We did not get like a ugh from anyone, but
No.
we did get like, hey, like your outfit, or like someone said like papagao to us.
Yes.
Like, people love Minions.
Well, I think what's happening in the atmosphere of the vocal minority to me is there's a shift where Minions are becoming ironically funny. And then I think that turns from people finding it ironically funny to thinking, oh, this is actually just kind of funny.
It went from guilty pleasure if you're
Yes.
not a child,
Yeah.
to ironic, I'm so quirky, I like Minions, to genuine love for these really captivating characters.
Oh, well, okay.
Which-
Well, captivating. Okay, let's scale back a little
Captivating
bit.
characters, absolutely.
Okay.
We're supposed to be reviewing the film, and yet we're sat here talking about cultural phenomena.
Impact.
We
these little
are.
suckers have made. To me, substantially better than Minions 1.
Wow.
And much more entertaining than the whole entire series. I think what this movie brings is laughs, gags, bits, everything. God, there were moments where I was dying laughing.
And maybe that's the difference between putting it on at home and going to the theater. I'd even say that plays a part. But yeah, we were cackling, screaming, laughing out loud, and also we got to sit next to kids, which was
Yes.
awesome because they reacted to it in a very different way. It was like all things that were like very easily repeated, which, okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
But it was very cute to watch kids just, like there's a part where a minion just screams and the kids were like, ah! I'm surprised that you said it was substantially better than 1. I think it's bigger, it's an action movie, it's a
Yes.
bigger scale, it's a kung fu movie, which we don't love.
Yeah, the kung fu aspect's a little bit too much. Okay, so let's talk about this as well. I feel like we have to address it. Finally, Bird and I get to talk about a new film like this. So, there are a lot of people say that films nowadays are specifically made towards China.
Entertainment industry is catering to a new market that they want to tap.
While I do like this movie a lot, there's always a tinge of does it feel a little bit corporate, and I know it's funny for me to say oh, the Minions feel too corporate.
Whether
But
or
why
not-
can we not?
Whether or not it's a truthful criticism that the
Yes.
film was made to market to Chinese audiences for the purpose of making more money,
Yes.
whether or not that's truthful, it is present enough today that it was on your mind
Yeah.
and took away from your enjoyment of the film. Whereas I don't know if the kung fu aspect is shoehorned into the film because of that, for that reason. I don't know if the Chinese New Year was important in this movie because of that, or if it was
Yes.
just what they wanted to do with the film.
Honestly, I don't know if I'd say if
Because they
it took
also-
away from my enjoyment.
Oh, okay.
If I can criticize others who have made the point that I made, a lot of people use that as an excuse to levy a lot of unwarranted criticism
Okay.
upon things.
So it's not a criticism at all. You're just like, hey, I wonder if they made
this
this
is
for China.
something to me nowadays. I don't think it's too valid of a thing to say because it's so present.
And also,
because
like,
it's so real.
What's the negative aspect there about making a movie that you can market in China that maybe Chinese audiences will enjoy? More people will enjoy this film. That's your critique.
And a lot of people are like, with other films, they're like, oh, they're dumbing things down.
Nah.
And it's like, come on, let's not sugarcoat
That smells
your
like racism.
Yeah, let's not sugarcoat your little film critiques with racism.
Yeah.
If the film's set place in like has aspects of Chinese culture, that's fine.
Right. It's like, what do you want? You want a movie that has your face 1,000 times in all the characters?
You have that so much.
Like, I mean, but it's like you want a movie personalized?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like just put a Snapchat filter on a movie and put your face in it and watch it that way then.
It's very
if you don't
fair.
want to see anyone else different from you.
Kung Fu por smoochy smoochy.
The only Chinese character in the film is the Kung Fu Master.
Yes, played by Michelle Yeoh, who's having an absolute banger of a year in so much good shit. But it's almost, this sounds silly, but it's almost an insult not to use her more.
Okay, so this is, right, yeah. What I didn't like about the film was the training montages, cutting back to the Minions training in her dojo. Those scenes were too long.
Yeah.
And we cut back too many times. And it just took up too much of the movie because they didn't go all the way with her character. She doesn't come back in the end in a significant way. Her voice does.
Yeah, but
But
like...
that's not enough.
No, it's not enough.
I did not feel it was enough. I don't even remember the character's name.
No, I wasn't even said.
I don't
Was
know.
that name even said?
I don't know when it would have been because she doesn't interact with anyone but the minions.
Yeah.
She beats up those guards, but it's not like they're saying like, hey, Mrs. Whatever, it's your shop, blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
I did not like how they underdeveloped her character, but overdeveloped the purpose of her character.
I am a master of Kung Fu.
The villains are awesome in
Yes.
this movie.
Yeah, we were like very vocal during their introduction because you have just like extreme puns come to life. You have Jean-Claude, Little Lobster Man.
And then Nunchuck, whose whole shtick is that it's just a nun with nunchucks.
Brilliant.
So fucking brilliant.
Bell Bottom.
Yeah.
The main villain, the main antagonist, and she's really cool. Her character design is awesome.
Yes.
She's not overly angular. Despite having like very long skinny limbs, which again, I do not like. Illumination designs their humanoid characters in that way, and I don't like it, but I think it's because her hair is so round. She has like she has an afro, so she has like a roundness there that a lot of the characters don't. They have like the weird like kind of horse faces that are like long with like a long nose, but she has like a nice round shape and like big fuzzy bits on her long, like she just has a
Big
good vibe.
purple vibe,
Yeah.
big bright colorful, and then you have Mickey Knuckles.
Wild Knuckles.
Wild Knuckles.
I was really focused on when he has to go on a quest and then he gets double crossed by the villains and they kick him out of his own group that he started.
Yes.
But his quest, he's like, all right, we gotta go to Asia. And I was really stuck on that. I was
Yes.
like, we're just saying Asia?
We're just saying that.
We're just saying Asia, even though the rest of the movie has to do with Chinese New Year.
Very silly. Very goofy. But he's awesome. He's so...
His character's great.
Honestly, my favorite part of the film is the relationship that we have with him and Gru.
Yeah.
Which...
Surrogate grandfather, mentor, someone to look up to in the way that like his mom obviously isn't. If you've seen the Despicable Me's or even the first Minions.
A little bit.
His mom's not in the first Minions, I don't think.
But like it
But
does
she's
something...
not there for him. So this is like the first adult role model he has.
This movie brings the goofs and the gags, but also delivers an interesting story with a message.
Yes, very
And that
heartfelt.
was very strange to me. I wasn't expecting that.
He was a hater.
No, I was never a hater. I was never a hater. Let me get that out there, okay? I'm a shill now, okay? But I didn't
Shill.
sell out.
No. Chill.
Nah. The Minions, the first one of my main issues is like the gags weren't big enough. In this one, the gags are massive. There's so much shit
Didn't like
happening.
Kaiju Kevin.
No, but I love big, dumb
Actual kaiju
fights.
battle we
Yes,
had.
I loved that.
The stone, La Stona, that hinges, the whole movie is based on this stone that Gru steals from the villains. I don't want to give too much away since the movie's currently in theaters.
Yeah, we won't.
But the power from the stone turns the villains huge, and then the minions get powers as well. I was nervous for that. I saw trailers and was like, I don't think I'm gonna like that. I don't know why, I really couldn't tell you, but I was just like, that's really, maybe it's because it's like reminding me of like every other superhero movie that's out right now. Is like the big clash of the Titans at the end with these like two teams of the all-stars, and we know all the characters, except I don't, because I'm not a fucking nerd and I don't spend all my time digesting Marvel shit. So I think that's maybe why I was like, I don't want to have to, not in my Minions movie, not in my movie, I don't want this.
But in this, it is so dumb and stupid and ridiculous.
That's not what I would have said, but
What would you have said?
it was good.
No, dumb and stupid in a good way,
I had a breakthrough recently, before seeing this movie, about the character motivation of the Minions and the character development of Gru. Because as I said on the last review of the first Minions movie, I do not believe that Gru is despicable enough. I don't buy it. What I realized is the Minions are not evil. They do not want to hurt people. They're little shits. They like chaos. They want to pull pranks on people, but they don't want to kill anyone. And that's why Gru is such a good fit for them, because he is also a little shit. And he wants to be a villain. He wants to do like capers and pranks and stuff, but he doesn't want to hurt people. He's doing shit like stealing the moon.
So creamy, so delicious.
Physical comedy, A+. Large scale action, A+. Characters, because of the Kung Fu Master kind of misstep, I'm gonna say B+.
I think
Not even an A-, B+.
I think the Kung Fu Master stuff does kind of drag it back down to like some of the issues that we had in the first one and even the Despicable Me series. But I also feel like they did a better job at a dynamic of a parent mentor than any of the Despicable Me series.
Wild Knuckles and Gru coming to a positive relationship, teaching each other stuff, beautiful. The new Minion Otto, we might as well round out his description. He's just like he talks too much and he's trying real hard to be one of the main three. He's like trying to tag along with their gang. And in the same way that little Gru is trying to like ditch the Minions because he wants to be able to do stuff on his own, it's not even really that. It's more that he thinks he doesn't need them.
Yes.
The main three Minions, Kevin, Bob, and Stu, are doing the same thing to Otto, where they're like, we got this, please, fuck off.
And then in the end, Otto
Saves the day.
saves the day.
And then in the end, Otto comes through.
Exactly.
I don't know, is that the same thing?
Oh no.
I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to do any spoilers in the Minions movie. This movie honks. I can't hide it any longer.
This movie honks. This movie, it's very entertaining. It's
Super
very fun.
enjoyed it.
It's super goofy.
Well done. The animation is beautiful.
Yeah, it's the best.
There
It's
are
the
some
best
scenes
looking Illumination
that
film.
holy shit, we were like, dang.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments.
Nothing real rough like in the Despicable Me's when like Gru doesn't have eyelids in some
Yeah.
scenes, or the shadows look awful, or the people just don't, they look like flat, and none of that. This was really, really good. 10 out of 10, would recommend this movie. I guess 9.9 out of 10.
No, you want to say 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, I recommend this movie to anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Go watch it. Go watch it. It's a lot of fun. God.
Banana!
Babagao. Babagao. Papaya. Now we're gonna show you all the pictures that we took right here. A little collage. Take it. When I do that, I'm gonna have it zoom out. Like zoom in the frame. Here we go. It's just like that.